Alright, ladies and gentlemen and every other beautiful individual and entity, my name is MaximumAustin, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a commentary on the first half hour, first opening. That's a little bit loud on my end. For Spider-Man for the PS4 that came out this month. And we're just going to go over, like I said, the first 30 minutes, the first opening mission, where it sort of sets the game up, sort of introduces you to all the mechanics and whatnot. Reintroduces people to how one Spider-Man's in a Spider-Man video game. Obviously here we're setting up the basic options and difficulty levels for the game. This is how you start the game up every time, so it's just us and Spider-Man hanging out. And I always feel weird about, I guess I should have had subtitles on, but I always feel weird about, should I record this with subtitles or not? But I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. Just want to make sure it's recording. And this isn't really a bad opening. Obviously, we get visual reminders that there was Uncle Ben, there was Aunt May, there was maybe Peter's parents? I don't know. But this is Peter Parker's apartment, and you can just see that there was a copy of Amazing Fantasy number 15, Spider-Man's first appearance, which raises a lot of questions, but hey. And obviously this sets up Peter's sort of like where he is, where he's at in his career as Spider-Man, in his life. He's locked up people. The various Spider-Man villains. Kingpin is still on the loose. And he's been Spider-Man for a while, so. But he's out of college, so. I'm gonna be late for anime school. And I'm probably gonna have to mute this because of the copyrighted song. But I don't know what's playing currently, but yep. And you can see that in the background there was his college degree. So. And obviously he's having rent problems. Ah, wonderful. The red and blue tights. Spider-Man looks weird, but I like the image of this weird looking sort of like superhero. In like the middle of this like rundown sort of like cheap New York apartment. Anywho, the swinging, you gotta learn how to swing before you can get around as Spider-Man, and obviously this works very similar to pretty much every other game before this. You hold the R trigger to get a whip out a web, and then you hold on to it, and then you let go in order to let go of the web. So it's awesome, and the web swinging is really great in this game. And obviously, bringing back the thing from Web of Shadows, Peter has like a phone in his suit that allows him to talk to various characters as he swings around, including this character.
the personal issue. I'll be in soon. Promise.
So yeah.
Better wrap this up
So it's
quick.
it's acknowledging the Peter Parker side of Spider-Man without really taking away the Spider-Man side. So that's neat. Some people you talk as Spider-Man, some people you talk as Peter Parker. Like the Yuri character that you'll see does only knows Spider-Man, but the character that just talked, obviously he was talking about Peter. And oh boy. Just another day in Marvel, New York. Or is it?
Bring in the hammer.
Oh, it's the main protagonist from Call of Duty. You know the guy with the mohawk. Now we're on our way to Fisk, the Kingpin's building, but we're gonna help out these cops here because we're Spider-Man and that's what we do.
Morning, guys. Who's ready for that
So
fresh cup of bodily harm?
Get behind him.
So here's the combat. I really like how Spider-Man's suit looks in this. This is the pretty traditional looking suit, but it looks great. Combat is a little bit very Arkham Asylum inspired, but instead of it being like, I really have no problems with it. It's derivative, but it feels like you're Spider-Man, so that's the important thing.
This doesn't look good.
It feels nice.
Somebody just shoot him.
And obviously you can use your web. How the webbing is used for like the direct shots, it's not just like a meter anymore. You just have these things in the upper right screen, and that's how the direct webbing works. Obviously
Almost done here. You
web swinging and the web strike, it doesn't really decrease the
face when you slap the cuffs on.
it's not tethered to a gauge, I guess. So oh, this is like Arkham Asylum meets like Devil May Cry. It's cool. Yeah, I have no problems with the combat, even though it's a derivative. But you know what?
Yuri! Yuri!
That's not always a bad thing.
I knew Fisk wouldn't go quietly.
And obviously, you can see different features of the world, like that affect the game's story. Norman Osborn is apparently running for mayor, as you can see in the political ads that reflect ads that we see in our own life. At least if you're an American, live in America.
Get more backup and lock down the airspace.
Yuri, you okay?
If he makes it out of that building, we're gonna lose him.
I'm gonna go.
You know, I have no problem with the faces. That's the Yuri, the Japanese American character. I have no problem with most of the faces in this game. I think some of the characters look a little bit weird. Like when you saw Peter Parker's face earlier, he looked very weird.
Hey, where you going?
He looks very Gollum-esque, which isn't necessarily good, but
Follow me.
Get out of here, Spider-Man. We got this.
and obviously, I guess here's the little
Sorry to break it to
thing
you, but you do not got this, buddy.
with the focus meter. As soon as you like the longer combo you take, it builds up like a focus meter, and it can do various things. You can heal yourself. You can activate your suit power later on, but it's pretty nifty. And you can do a finisher on enemies. Then, obviously with the gun thing, I think Spider-Man can take a little bit more bullet damage than Batman. So, you see that line in between Spider-Man and the enemy with the firearm. that means they're gonna shoot at you, and they have a rifle or gun or whatever. So yeah. But like I said, I dig the combat. It's fine. See, as you see, I have a combo of 31. Then I hit the down arrow on the D-pad, and yeah. It's with that move. It's really like this game. It takes like the best of the Spider-Man games of the last like 15 years, and it's super cool.
I think that's all of them. Come on.
And I guess this is the last time we'll see the cops for a while. Apparently, people are having a problem with Spider-Man helping the cops.
I prefer more direct.
Like, guys, I get it. I get your criticism of like police. I get your criticism of police brutality and people and police officers that do harm to citizens, but nah, Spider-Man. I want to make this clear as I can. Spider-Man just helps out the good ones. So I would love to see a story that a superhero story that tackles police brutality and racism.
Call from May. Better answer.
But
Hi,
I'll let you listen to this conversation. It's with Aunt May.
watching a superhero movie. What's up?
I just wanted to make sure we're still on for dinner tomorrow night.
Totally. Listen, I gotta go.
Okay. Love you.
And obviously, we have these little conversations to flesh out the world and Peter's relationships with characters. And obviously, that was Aunt May, and she's around. One thing I don't get from that conversation is that Peter says, "Oh, we're watching a superhero movie." Okay, like you're in a world of superheroes, like. I guess DC got their footing in this universe, so that's great.
Hold him so he can't jump.
How exactly do you think this ends well for you?
And here's a finisher that you can do. Very nice. I do love the shadows and the lighting. Like Spider-Man looks very vibrant and looks very nice in this game. And oh, little touches outside the building. You can see like a police officer or SWAT officer like going down the building. That's cool. And I'm really glad that game. I'm really glad that game developers are
Gotta find that server room.
have this nice idea. Like, let's start our game, but let's start our game with something big. Sort of like the big, like whoa. Instead of just like here's the beginning.
If I go in this way, they'll destroy all the evidence. I should look for a sneak.
And there's the spider sense sort of thing, sort of like that little radar, sort of like detective mode in Arkham Asylum,
Private ventrance.
and just like the vents in Arkham Asylum.
Fisk may be a dirty criminal, but he has remarkably clean air vents.
Can't make it delete any faster.
And obviously you can do like perch takedowns just like Arkham Asylum, and different cool things.
Think the cops know where we are? Don't worry about out there. Worry about me.
Is this tech support? I forgot my password.
Spider-Man! Don't let him near the console!
And there was an option when you hold the L trigger down, it allows you to aim your web shot where you shoot your web. So
He can't take us all!
that's it. You can use it to shoot webbing at things and foes. You can use it to zip to a certain place. So Insomniac definitely took inspiration from various Spider-Man games before this. And here I don't. There we go. See, I failed. I failed Uncle Ben somehow. So. And it'll just load you back if you fail a mission, a story mission. So let's try this again, shall we?
Warning. Full deletion imminent.
Stalin, the system's still purging.
I thought the IT guys at my last job were rude.
Also like the little detail in the indoor environments. This game probably took 4 years to make. I would say
Before everything's gone.
that'd be my guess.
Their security is. Aw, you guys forgot the latest kernel patch.
Hiding so. Cowardly. Even for you.
Says the guy frantically erasing his search history.
After all these years, you're still just an ignorant child.
True.
Oh,
That's
and
part of my charm.
Kingpin looks very evil in this. He looks very
Get that door down now!
very doughy.
Get past him. Destroy everything.
And yeah, playing yo-yo with these bad guys.
Well, there was that time I took down a pompous, overstuffed crime lord before breakfast.
How was he beating us?
Without me, the scum I kept in check will run rampant. And it'll be your fault.
Been a long, tough road, Fisk. Almost sad to see it end.
I haven't beaten the game yet. I know of some spoilers, like
Get ready for the
naturally,
main event.
but so Kingpin, this attack and arrest of Kingpin does affect the rest of the story and how like the smaller gangs and crime really becomes rampant as you explore the city, as you start to explore the city. So yep.
Yuri, an explosion just...
I saw it. This could have the whole place wired. I'm sending in a bomb unit.
I'll make sure no one gets in their way.
Kill him, or the boss will kill us.
Don't you just hate it when
Like the fireworks?
this is just reminding me of all the Spider-Man games that took place in a building and only a building, and that's like that Spider-Man Edge of Time. That's not fun. But this is fun. This is okay. This is just the beginning. So I understand creating a open world, especially an urban one, takes work. But especially New York, so. And here I am trying to figure out where to go. And obviously you hunch over when you walk. And here's me trying to figure out. And I died. There we go. Make that a meme. I probably shouldn't. I'm not going to say that because whenever you try to make things a meme, it doesn't become a meme. So.
Yuri, an explosion just...
I saw it. This could have the whole place wired.
The Spider-Man just touches fire and crumples
No
over.
one gets in their way.
So.
Like the fireworks? We got more where that came from. You want some? Figure out we're not playing yet.
I think that's all of them.
It's clear. Move up.
And I guess we were supposed to meet the bomb squad before anything, so.
Sounds like they're trapped.
You go after them. We'll look for the bombs.
See, Spider-Man helps out the good ones.
Trapped by the...
Everyone clear out! Evacuate the building!
And here, and obviously here, now all these people just came out.
I'll find them.
And obviously Spider-Man, big part of the superhero thing is that you gotta help people, and here we are helping some people.
When you're free, get out fast. If you can walk, help the injured. Got it?
Yay, quick time. I will say so far the quick time isn't so bad in this game. When they're just like, for like a better part of the last 10 years, like quick time events were all over.
How we doing, Captain?
In like almost every action video game, but this one it's okay. When they're thoughtfully put in, I don't mind.
Because he probably was. Damn. Yuri, get EMTs up here. Fast.
Spider-Man said the D word. My childhood is ruined.
Incoming! That's enough out of you.
Yo, I really want to go back and finish this game. It's fun. Fun. And that guy is dead. He fell 2 stories and on his head and promptly died.
What? Is it National Rocket Day or something?
Man, obviously I don't know how to open doors in this game.
How'd the bomb squad guys get through this?
Oh. And obviously I don't know where to go. When you hold down the R button, it's sort of like a parkour button. So in indoor areas and also outdoors. So it's the go fast button. It's the 2 Spider-Man button.
Somewhere ahead. Hope they're okay. You guys all right?
We were just about to call for backup.
I think I'm it.
Lead the way. We'll be right behind you. Heads up.
And obviously, maybe not. You get some armed forces, police people that aren't so great, and you have to deal with them. I guess that's the reality sometimes. But I doubt that most are.
You guys were in bed with Fisk all along? No, I'll never get that image out of my head.
Yep. Sometimes they're working for crime lords. Well, I don't suppose all the bad ones are, but maybe. I don't know how that organized crime works, which is a good thing, I suppose. And obviously we have enemies with shields. You gotta hit them once, maybe go under, and then hit them from behind. And you can do finishers in the air, which is super cool.
Hey, Yuri. Looks like some of your guys were on Fisk's payroll. Good news is, they were Willie's last line of defense. I'm right outside his office.
Take him down, now.
With pleasure.
And here we have him writing down something.
Forget the hyphen between spider and man.
So I don't know if he's just... I don't know if this is a plot point earlier for later on, but...
You made it this far. But your foolishness ends now.
Like the Kingpin, the facial animations on him look great.
You do know I can still see you, right?
8 years of this insolent
for me, you shouldn't have. Gotta wait for an opening. It's reloading.
And obviously, give him a taste of his own medicine.
Okay, now.
I guess I might as well say now. Does anyone remember? This reminded me of the '90s Spider-Man cartoon where he had like
What's wrong, Willie? You see, man?
Kingpin team up with this guy in like a wheelchair, and they would make like
Take your best shot.
spider slaying robots. That reminds me of that. I don't know. But here we are. We're fighting Kingpin, who apparently smashed his own desk like he was the Incredible Hulk. But obviously he poses somewhat of a challenge for Spider-Man.
Take your best shot.
I guess he makes a decent first boss. Oh, excuse me.
You're out of your depth, boy.
Not this time.
And I guess he's sort of like the bigger guys that you fight in Arkham Asylum. And you can especially see why in a second, why you would be reminded of those bigger Titan guys in Arkham Asylum.
You are everything that's wrong with this city.
Huh. I was gonna say the same to you.
You know what to do, men. Surround him. Everyone engage.
I guess I should say, I like the fact. See, you can see Kingpin just barreled through his own guys, and I think, nope, or maybe not. I don't know. He's not that big. But I like the idea that you're wearing Spider-Man's more traditional costume, and then later you transition to the tracksuit-looking one. So. Tracksuit-looking one. I just remembered The Amazing Spider-Man and how I don't like that movie.
Tiresome annoyance.
Hang in there. It'll be over soon.
I like it. I like how that guy got just punched the air and missed, and we punished him. So. So, and like I said, this beginning mission can last like a half hour, which is a decent amount, which is a decent fraction of the game. And here's the final QuickTime event. There we go.
So, should we kiss now? Yeah, maybe later.
Oh, and you can do the dangling from the ceiling thing, like Spider-Man did there, later in the game. So that's neat. And it seems like justice is served.
Finally off to Rikers, huh? You know, I think you've got more enemies in there than I do.
If you think this will be more than a minor inconvenience...
Whoop, gotta go. Hey, good luck, Willie. I have a feeling you're gonna need it.
And I don't know.
I'm the one who kept order in this...
I don't know what was up with that guy in the black tie, but
In 1 month you'll wish you had me
yep.
back.
Yep.
Kingpin
But
prison. End of an era.
I guess during some of the cutscenes, some of the NPCs get in the way. So, well, anywho, there's the first 30 minutes of Spider-Man for the PS4, and yep. Anywho, I guess we'll end it here. I think Spider-Man for the PS4 is a really great game, probably the best Spider-Man game we've had in a while, and definitely one I think people have been waiting for. So I recommend if you have a PS4, you pick it up. And but anywho, I'm MaximumAustin, and until next time, always remember to keep being confident, and you enjoy your day. I'll see you guys later. Peace.